Hello everybody, how are you today? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoy the video. Hi everybody.
Hello.
It's Marquita and Gary.
We're getting on here. We got some rants to do. Starting with 60 days in. Go ahead.
I already did my rant.
Anyway, we were watching it the other day. It's about these people who volunteered to go into prison for 60 days. Yeah, it's about these people who volunteered to go into prison to give their opinion on how the prison's being ran or something like that. Anyway, but they're going in for 60 days as if they're a regular prisoner. They've got a storyline and everything. And they have to follow all the prison rules or they can actually get in trouble and really be put in jail. There's this, one of them's name is Robert. He got in trouble for real because he covered up a camera because he said he didn't like being watched. So they put him in isolation, and I think his main thing was, I think he was afraid of being in prison because once they got him in isolation, he didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay there the rest of the time. And the only reason they got him in there is to get feedback on what's going on in the jail, on the ways they can improve it or things they need to be watching out for that they really weren't aware they need to watch out for. But when they took him out of isolation, they're going to send him back to general population. He faked having a major stomach ache to try to get to stay there. They sent him to the doctor, and the only thing they come out with is that he was constipated. And when he went and was talking to them, he was saying that, yeah, he was on medication for some undiagnosed disease that he had or something because of that. And anyway, a long story short, they released him from the program, which means he can't be in it anymore. There's a character called Vic, or one of the men's name's Vic. And what's the other one's, Keita? The other?
Zach.
There's Zach.
And Isaiah.
Zach and Isaiah. They were originally in the C block. No, it wasn't. It was Zach, Isaiah, and
Robert, and I think Michael.
And Michael, I think was the other one. But anyway, Michael just flat out told him that he was afraid for his life and he wanted out, so they released him.
After getting Baby Caillou beat up.
Yeah, after a character, one that Keita calls Baby Caillou, because he's bald headed. He looks really, really young, and he's overweight.
Baby Caillou.
But all he did, they suspected Michael of being a narc. So
because his story didn't match.
Because his stories didn't match up that he told about why he was in jail.
Yeah, like he ran a stop sign.
He said he ran a stop sign or something, and
at this specific place, but that's a four-way intersection. There's not no stop sign.
Yeah, she said there's no stop sign. They said somebody knew the area and said there's no stop sign there. So they blew his story all to crap, and which he didn't leave right then, but he was worried about himself. And they basically he was out in the stationed in the general population to where his bed was, and they wouldn't let him use the bathrooms. He had to have permission to do it, and he kept wanting to use the bathroom, and they were telling him no. So this one that we call Baby Caillou came up to him innocently, was saying, well, you just need to wait and let them ask you or let you know that you can use the restroom. And they saw him doing that, so as a result, they went out and beat him up, basically. Yeah. Which got him in trouble, and he got moved over to a stricter cell block than they were in. And but anyway, then that guy went and said he wanted out, and they released him from the program, which now left Zach and Isaiah. Which they were in C block at the time, and then they had
Miriam, Barbara.
Yeah, they got Tammy. Miriam, Barbara, and Tammy are in F block, which is the women's side of it. They're all trying to do it.
Savannah.
They all have been okay. They got into basically a big old tiff the other day. There was this one girl came in.
Her name was Jessica.
Whose name was Jessica. Was supposed to be pregnant.
Crazy as a loon.
Well, that's not the one that's crazy as a loon, though. That was the other one, wasn't it?
No, the girl Jessica, because she kept saying she's pregnant and she got 6 kids, and she's afraid that people is going to beat her up because she got mental problems or something. Well, when lunch came, she took 2 trays, which is a thing that they can do. If you're pregnant, you're allowed to take 2 trays. Well, she got 2 trays. And so Miriam, hey, please stop yelling. No, I'm not. Miriam kept saying, and so Jessica kept saying, yeah, I'm pregnant, they're going to beat me up and all that. Well, then Jessica was like, yeah, the short redheaded girl says, if she finds out I'm not pregnant, then she's going to beat me up. And the girl came out, and by this time, Barbara like took to the woman because she's like, I understand being new and all that. So
she was the mother herself. Barbara
and Barbara is, and so she was like, I'll protect you and I'll help you and all that. So when the girl was like, yeah, the short-headed girl said she was gonna beat me up, and then Barbara was like, no, she didn't. She didn't say that. But so like everybody's yelling at Jessica, and she's arguing back with them. And Miriam stands up and goes, y'all, little short yellow bus, just so people stop talking to her. Well, that got Barbara and Barbara and Tammy mad at Miriam. And so like now they're cussing her out. They're mad. And of course, Tammy is, like, I hate her type. And she has a type. And, like, I know people like that. And what it is like, right now, like, what I can say about her is, because she's a cop. She's a cop in real life. And so she's in the program. And so she's used to using her power to...
Shut up. Go.
Go shut the door. She's used to getting her way and pushing her power, like her weight around, because she's a cop. So she's in there. Nobody knows she's a cop. But she's in there. She's like, oh, well, I'm mad. And she's like one of them types that she will, like, try to fight you. But if somebody holds her back, then she gets more, trying to break away. But really, really doesn't want to fight. But she just want to make herself look tough. Because she almost got to a fight with, I'm thinking the girl's name's Dr. Cho or Dr. Chang or something. It was some redheaded woman. But that woman was like, I will beat the brakes off of you. Like, I don't know who you think you are. Like, but of course, girl stood up to her. Girl was about to beat her up, and they was holding the girl back. But because they was holding the girl back, Tammy got it in her head that, oh yeah, you gotta calm me down. So Tammy's wife came for a visit. And, of course, while she's having a visit with her wife, she's like, oh, yeah, you know me. You know how my temper is. It's like, no, okay, maybe you have a bad temper, but you're used to getting your way because of your badge. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. But I'm just saying. So Tammy, I don't like because she's the type that if people's around, she's going to try to make herself look big. But hopefully people will not let them get into a fight. And of course, people's in jail. They don't want to get into another fight. And Barbara just need to go home because no. And Miriam, I don't know. She needs to go home too. Only because Miriam needs to go home because I don't think she's used to being in that kind of situation. Barbara needs to go home because she keeps calling her husband, and her husband's like, "Why don't you write me an email? It's cheaper because it's like I think $1.50 or $2 per call." And so, and I think to send an email, I think it's just $1 or something like that. So it's cheaper to send an email because you can write everything in the email. It could be long, it could be short, but it's, just $1. But like the phone calls is only 2 minutes or no, 15 minutes, I think. 10 or 15 minutes, but it costs $2 each time. And so she keeps calling home and being like, "Yeah, I miss you and the kids. How are you doing?" And then, they got to hang up. So he's like, "You know what? I can't keep putting money on your books because you keep calling me every 5 to 10 minutes, which that's $2 every time. It don't matter if you only talk 5 6 or you talk, the whole 15 minutes. It still is going to cost you that $2. And I mean, that's like if you send hi, on the email, or you send like a 3-page letter. It's gonna cost $1. But so she just need to go home because she's not ready to be away from her kids, which I wouldn't have been away from my kids if I didn't have to be.
Well, plus her husband was against her going in anyway.
Yeah.
And he's really mad at her for being there and not giving it up because she didn't need to go in. She needs to be home with her kids.
Yeah, because if he gets sent, because he's in the military.
She doesn't belong there. She's scared to death all the time, too.
Yeah.
And she wants to think she's this big thing, and she's not.
Yeah.
Miriam is actually the daughter of Muhammad Ali. She's one of his daughters, which is, I guess, why she feels like she would be okay there, because she can at least defend herself if she needs to, because she's been trained a little bit by her dad. And like she said, Tammy is a
cop and
a policeman, and tries to be bully. But from the last show, it looks like she let herself down because she got so mad that all the other inmates overheard some of the things she was saying, and she pretty much let everybody know that.
Well, it'll be coming up
It'll be coming up this week as to what happened, but she pretty much let the cat out that she's not really a criminal, and she's in there for another reason, which they're going to see her as a narc.
Yeah, they're like,
don't know that she's a police officer.
A mole. Yeah.
They think she's a mole, and so it's going to get her killed, or she's going to have to go too.
Yeah.
But now Zach on the men's side, Zach and Isaiah, they're the only two left now on the men. Zach,
he's the one that was in the room with the
hooch. he pretty much told them how to make hooch.
Yeah, hooch.
Taking the fruit and stuff. And
hooch or prison.
Yeah, prison poison. Yeah.
That's what they call it.
But anyway, he pretty much told them how to do that. They did that. Well, they raided it. They found the hooch, and the guy that actually made it, he didn't give Zach away for tell him how to do it. He went ahead and lived up to it, and he took the punishment. So all 4 of the ones in there didn't get put in the hole and covered it, because he's got his cover good. That they really, he's like one of the upper guys as far as they're concerned there. And this is the second time he got in trouble. On the other cell block he was on,
Yeah, like the second day he was there, he was already...
The second day he was there, he got in trouble. Cause
No. The second day he was there, he got to be on the higher rank.
The second day he was there, he got to be, like, third in command in the thing, because they have levels. He's pretty much third in command on the whole cell block.
Yeah.
And they came in doing a check on everybody, and they went to his, and he had this paper folded up with this powder in there, which they had to check out, and it turned out that it was just he was saving the stuff for the seasoning from ramen noodles, because in prison ramen noodle is pretty much how you buy things and get things in prison for them. The food is used as money.
Yeah.
And when they accept you, the big bosses will bring...
Close the door.
You ramen noodles, showing that they've accepted you into their little clique. And but now he's in this new cell, and he taught him how to make hooch, trying to blend in, and thought he was going to get in trouble and have to go into the jail cell and actually be truly in trouble this time. But that guy stood up and said, no, he's the one did it, so nobody else had to suffer from it. But that was close. I don't know if he learned his lesson or if he's going to keep doing that. But he's going to get himself in big trouble if he's not careful. But anyway, as I was saying, and then Isaiah, he's African American guy. He's the youngest. He's like 18.
He just graduated.
Yeah, he just graduated from high school, and he went in, and it's doing him some good because he really doesn't want to go back there again. But he's trying to stay clean, just to kind of stay out of people's way, be friendly as he can, but he don't want to draw any attention to himself. When they had that raid, the previews they showed, it kind of looked like they went to Isaiah's rack and caught him with something. We thought somebody hid something in his bunk, but it turned out it was that. But it's slowly drawing to an end now. I think they probably got, 2-3 more shows, maybe?
Maybe 2 shows.
They're only there for 60 days, and
going crazy because
they're on like
they had to
6th or 7th week already. So yeah. I mean, they're getting close to the end date for them. So don't know how it's going to turn out, but there's a lot of stuff going on in there that.
And tell them about Baby Caillou next week.
Yeah, and they showed the preview shows Baby Caillou went into this guy's cell, and he's offering to do a sexual favor for him. I don't know what that's about or anything. We're looking forward to seeing kind of what happens, but
tell them about how they had Baby Caillou beating up people.
Yeah, and the main boss on the level that they moved Baby Caillou into took Baby Caillou in, and he was used like a strong arm. When they were aggravated at somebody, they sent him in to beat them up. And then after the raids came, the main bosses that were there got taken out.
Like the first.
So he doesn't have, and he's not considered being in command at all. So I guess that's what he's trying to do, is win favor over others that are going to be more in power than him. But that's about all on that one that I can think of. Do you think of anything else? But yeah, I think that's about all on that one. So I'll close this one out.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you everybody for watching the video. Hopefully you liked it and enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Love ya.